Hello folks, and welcome to another Fishing with Wingsters video tip. Today we're going to be talking about taking our line from our spool and getting it onto our reels. I get this question asked a lot, how do I get, my line from my spool onto my reel quickly and effectively, without having to spend a lot of time trying to tie the knots or, hard knots like clinch knots or whatever, which is what I used to begin with. I actually started doing these with clinch knots, which was A, stupid, and B, time consuming. And then I learned the arbor knot. The arbor knot is an amazing knot. It's simple, it's easy, and it puts your line on your reels very fast, and it's very effective, and it's hard to get, to break them. So what we're going to need, of course, today is your line that you're going to spool onto your reels, and you're going to need a pair of scissors. You're going to need something to swipe your line through your reel. I use my whip finisher from my flying tying stuff. Not a lot of people have these, so you can just use like a pen, anything that will be able to get down in here to swipe it, so a pen, a paper clip, whatever you have lying around that'll do the job. I won't be using a pen. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to put this one off to the side for now and rearrange a bit here, and we'll get started. Now for your level lines, what you're going to want to do is you want to take your line and you're going to go through the guide right here. See? That's your level line guide. And then you're going to go under your arbor and down through. And then on the back you have this bar here on 99.9% of all your level lines. You have to come around that arbor. So just come around the arbor like that, and this is what you're basically looking at. Got your tag end over here, your line over here that goes to your spool. Alright, now see this line right down in here? Right down in here? You need to grab that line and bring it up and out. So I reach down in with my whip finisher, grab it, and then pull it out. And I can mess with it all I want to once I get it out there. Okay, so since we're at this point, all I normally do is I'll lay this, just kind of, let it kind of flop around for now, and then I'll get back to the tag end here. Now what you want to do on the tag end is you want to tie an overhand knot. Nothing fancy, just a regular old overhand knot. But what you want to do is you want to keep that knot as close to the end as you can, so it's less waste that way. So you just tie it down, bring it down. Now at this point you got all this excess because I didn't get it very close. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to snip that off right about there. I want to leave just a little tag there, just enough to where it's nice and secure so it's not going to slip out. Once I got that done, I'm going to take my line and grab a little bit more slack here real quick. Alright, I'm going to grab my line, and it's basically a loop now right here in my hand. Bringing it up and through, you basically end up with a loop action. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tag in and I'm going to go through the loop like this. Okay, so you go back through, and then you make your overhand knot. Simple and easy. Overhand. Boom, like that. Okay, so now what I do is I work this knot down to this knot as close as I can get it to it. So little bits of movement, as far down, as close to it as I can get without being too much of a pain. Alright, so that's close enough. Alright, now what you're going to do is you're going to take your line that's running to your spool and you're going to pull it down. Now what's going to happen with mono and braid and is it's going to come through your guide here, and it's just going to, you know, come way out here, and you're just going to pull it down to where it gets snug. Now on this one, as you can see, you pull it down, it gets snug. We still got this tag here. Well, what's going to happen is as soon as I start really reefing on it, it's going to bring that knot straight down to it. So now you got those two knots butting up against each other. And trust me, you can really yank on that thing. It is not going anywhere. It is there, and you ain't bringing it out. Oh, then all you have to do is just reel it up onto your arbor, and you're good. Continue on reeling off your spool. Simple and easy, right? Alright, let me cut this off here so we can move on to the next reel. Alright, done with the whip finisher because I don't need it for the next one. Now let's bring in our spin caster. This is the one most people use, especially the new people. And there is a very simple way to do this. Again, you start with your line, your tag end. This is your spool end. You start with this end and you do, again, an overhand knot. Nice and easy, simple to do. Anybody can tie an overhand knot. Again, get it as close to the end as you can. Tighten it down. Clip off your tag end. Make sure it's tight. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take that tag end, that little knot that you tied in your hand, you're going to take the rest of the line and you're simply going to make a loop. Bonk, a loop. Not hard, not rocket science, just a loop. Now you're going to take the rest of your line that goes toward your spool and you're going to pull it up through that loop, like so. So what you're going to end up with is something like that. Okay? See, this is where your arbor knots are. See how it came over and it's tied onto this line? That's your arbor knot. So again, work it down as close as you can to the knot. And this time I'm going to leave a little bit extra so I can really show you what it works, how it works on this reel. Okay, so we got all this excess. Now you have your loop. You simply open your bail, put your loop on, like so, and then you snug it down. Okay? Now see, you still got all this excess right here, right? Now what you're going to do is you're just going to move it back and forth. Back and forth, back and forth. See how it's going, that knot is going down? Oop, and there it goes. It finally caught up on itself. Now this knot, again, it's not going anywhere. It's on there. It's there. Nowhere. And then, of course, you close your bail. You reel up your line on it, you know, off. You know, keep your tension on it. And just reel it up. And you get all your line off your spool onto your reel. So, that's the way I put them on there. Pretty simple, right? So the next time you need to reline your reels, you have a nice simple knot and an easy way to get that line from your spool to your reel. Alright folks, that's it for now. Until next time, fish on, bitches.